What a stupid month. Hello, people of the earth. Welcome to the end. The end of everything. Life itself. Actually, no. Welcome to the end. The closing segment. It's going to be a long segment, but it's the closing segment of March of the PlayStation. And I may do another one. But considering how much trouble this was, I may not. So, there's a lot to get through. I need my good friend. Please welcome back the return of the Notepad of Knowledge. The esteemed... thing on you. The esteemed Notepad full of knowledge. I love it. Sometimes I bonk my head with it to fill my head with knowledge every time I bunk my head, but I'm still going to need to read this anyway. So yeah, it's been a month. I have stories to tell. I have news to spill. I have everything. Fucking fuck. So I'm going to do a rundown of how I acquired each game. And then that's where the stories are telling. Then we'll just do a review of each one and what I think of it now and what I thought of it then and what I thought of it playing it for this month or whatever. Yeah, no, just to give you a bit of insight on the future of all of these titles. I have the whole pile here at my feet. One second. Here they are. You see them? No, they're there. Hello. This is how I was holding them at the start of the month. And this is how I'm holding them again. But I'll actually get to show some of the cases. Some of the cases I don't have. But hey, news to be spilt. There's also another case down here, but that's here for another reason. If that's out of camera view, I'll just stick it there in the arm of this chair. That's great. Be careful not to knock it down though. It's very precious. Actually, I'll keep it on the floor. You stay there. So let's start off with the first game of the month. Not intentionally the first game of the month. The main event that was going to be for this month that didn't happen because of certain things and stories to tell, etc., etc. Was going to be the first game of the month, oddly enough, in alphabetical order, because it started with a B. Yeah. As a hint, but it all will be revealed later. So we opened up. I'm kind of glad we opened up with this actually, even though I got addicted to it again. That's scary, but it's Command and Conquer Red Alert. We opened up with some real-time strategy. And here's the contents of the case when I managed to open it. See, look, we got got the manual, and it's got the 2 discs. One for the Soviets. That's that one. Yeah, this says disc 2 Soviets, and then this is disc 1 Allies. I found out actually, intrigue, that this disc, the Soviet one, is actually slightly more damaged than this one. It still works. But they both work, but this one's actually better. I tested this one after because I was just gonna use this one because we just did the Soviet storyline, or at least as far as we could, and I got too addicted. My bad. But this one I found out actually works better. There was some moments when the music wasn't loading for this one, and a few other things were going wrong, but nothing game breaking. But yeah, it's got a few. I don't know how it actually managed to work because it's got. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like hairs and all kinds of shit going on with it. So there it is. But the Allies one is. I was hearing. There was no breaks in the music, and it actually looks a lot better. I love how all the PlayStation discs, by the way, are black underneath. Why is that so cool? So yeah, there's that one. This game I got on Amazonian because I couldn't find it anywhere else. And like I said, I just was tempted to go, let's just be a teenager again and play this game and get addicted. I'm probably not going to play it in the future very much. I'll do the odd occasional scenario or whatever, but I won't get heavily addicted because, as you can see, the scenarios take longer than an hour on some occasions, if not more. So I don't want to get addicted to it, so I'm not going to. So I'll just put that over there. But it cost me £30. I don't know what that is in American dollars. You can do a translation or something, or anywhere else like a euro. Just do the translation. But that's actually not bad considering it's 2 discs. Most of the games here that were 2 discs, and that's the majority of them actually. Actually, not the majority of some of them are actually actually much more expensive. This was a decent price for 2 discs. But I guess the quality of one of them made it go down, question mark, I don't know. But that's that one. So that's how I acquired that one, and that was quite a while ago, actually. That was probably one of the first games I actually got for this month. Next up, we have a Crash Bandicoot 2. The magical one. I really love the case of this one, I don't know why. It's got this kind of, someone might have obviously just replaced the case, but it's got this black outline to it or whatever. Makes it look a little bit more snazzy, or something, I don't know. But it's come with Mr. Manual. Here's the manual. Also, I don't know what the weather's doing today. It's been going dark, and it's been going light, and it's been going dark. So suddenly, if the light from this side starts disappearing, you'll know why. And there's the case, and the game inside, and here's the game in question. I have to be very careful how to get it out. There it is. See, nice and black. What is the deal with the black on the underneath? It's cool though. It's cool. Black is a cool color, man. It's not even a color though, so. But yeah, obviously really enjoyed playing this, even though I have the remake. It's always better to have the original, and had loads of fun, and we ended up playing this 3 times, didn't we? This cost me, once again on Amazon. It's too popular to be in a second-hand shop. It cost me £40. So yeah, in comparison, it's £10 more than the 2-disc Red Alert game, which will probably last you a bit longer than this. But this is just a brilliant platform game, all in all. But I'll give my opinion on it in a bit. Next up, we have obviously that came next, a croc. I might edit this in because I've still got them on the computer. But I was making. You know those little jokes, those little inside jokes where no one is gonna. Is my camera gonna run out already? I think he's gonna run out pretty soon. Man, time flies when you're having a good time. When I was doing, I have to record obviously the face cam from this camera and the footage separately. So to sync it all up, I have to have a timing. So to help document with filing, I'm gonna restart the camera. Right, back to where we were. So yeah, to help with the filing so I can, once I've exported the data from the camera into the computer to help me name everything so I can match everything up, I usually say the name of the game, like behind the scenes a little bit here. I have to say the name of the game, the part I'm recording, and the recording number itself. So I will say, you know, this is part 1 of Croc, and then this is the first recording, or the second recording, or the third recording, because 15-minute camera bullshit up there. So I have to say which recording it is to help me. And every time I was saying that, I think I said it in the actual video, but this was not a crock of shit. But I was every time I was saying it for the documenting on the camera there for file structure and better naming of stuff, I was saying crock of shit. And I might edit those bits in. You get a bit of behind the scenes. Editing me may chip in and put those bits in there, because it's only the beginning of each face cam recording, so go on, put them in. Saying crock of shit. This is crock of shit. Part 1, recording 2. This is Crock of Shit. Part 1, recording 3. This is Crock of Shit. Part 1, recording 4. This is Crock of Shit. Part 2, recording 1. This is Crock of Shit. Part 2, recording 2. This is Crock of Shit. Part 2, recording 3. This is Crock of Shit. Part 2, the final recording of 4. So, yeah, hang on a minute. Didn't open the case, did I? Didn't show you the go. This case was slightly broken. This connector bit is a bit loose. At the top here it's solid, but this one's a bit kind of like, you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's a bit kind of, at the top here you can move it up and down. Don't want to break it anymore though, so I'm not going to persist. Here's Mr. Manual. And then the game itself, it's pretty bland. Most of them were. But still got the black background. Or the black background, the black back. He's got a black butt. So, yeah. This one, again, Mr. Amazon came handy, but this one was really cheap. £25. £25. I am nearing it to the nearest pound, by the way. Some of these might have been, you know, $9.99 or some shit. So I'm just, if $9.99 was nearest to the pound, I'd say 10. Just to give you an idea. But there we go. And this was actually a late edition. Now that I remember, actually, because I was trying to think of other platform games. You're going to hear about them in a minute. To play, because I knew that there was obviously a lot of platform games that I played for the PlayStation, and this one didn't come up. There was a few others that I have on this list that we didn't end up playing at all because of complications, which I'll get into. So I was thinking, what were other platform games that and I got this in November last year because it just came up. Hang on a minute, I remember a game with like a little crocodile, and I remember like going around collecting stuff, and then I researched it, and this came up. So, and I was like, yeah, that's the one. And got that in November. Here's the Big Daddy. Whoa, this is amazing. This is Destruction Derby 2. Or Destruction Derby, or however you want to say it. This case is, I don't think the original case that was supposed to come out for it, I don't know. You can hold me to that. I don't know. I got this in a second-hand store. What are the odds? I knew of a lot of second-hand stores around that sold old games and stuff. So I was scouring the land for just the random on-off occasion, and I was flicking through. There was a cabinet full of PlayStation 1 games, and I just detected this. Like, because it was double. I got double the name. And I was like, wait a minute. I want that. So I had to go to the desk and say, I would like to, you know, open the case from bought a fucking game. And obviously I couldn't see the price of it when it was like this, because this is how all the games were presented. So you'd have them in a row, like that. So yeah. So that's how I saw it. And then when he got it out, and then we took it to the counter, and then he scanned it in, or did whatever he needed to do. The bloke on the counter, and was a bloke. Just for your information. And he said, you want to know what he said? He said, that's £9. This for £9? Yeah. So see, benefits of not going to search for games during the pandemic, because I didn't want to risk my health for a game that I could spend £9 on. And here's the manual. Oh my god, this case. Here's the manual. And the disc. The old glorious disc. It's very nice looking. With the back. Very fancy. But I really don't know if this is the original case for it. Maybe that's why it's been like really slashed, because some of the games obviously that would hold 2 discs would have 2 compartments, because this is the compartment for the disc, and then, but I don't know what this other side is. Look, there's nothing in there. There's not even a place where you can put another disc. So was this the default disc for some games? Because I don't know. Because it just completely opens up. It's like a fucking book. So I don't know what this extra compartment is for. Maybe I'll stick the manual in there because I can't fit it in otherwise. Here we go. I found a place for you. In you go. So yeah, now it's just like that. It's bizarre, but I don't know. Now I thought this was going to hold another disc, and then I've just realised at this moment that there's no other side to put a disc in, because it's got no connector things to it or whatever. But yeah, £9 fucking pounds. I get more than that taking a schwitz. So our next game on the lineup was Fighting Force. Very much enjoyed it. The only game we managed to quote unquote finish this month, but I don't mind. I wasn't expecting to complete anything. So this game was a nice surprise. I didn't actually realize how long or how short it was, but given that it's a 3D Streets of Rage kind of game, it was going to be a given that I was going to complete it sooner or later, if I kept going, especially fucking Jetpack Jane fucking continually blocking me but still taking damage. I'm like, fine, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. This case again is a bit wobbly, but this was in another second-hand store. Here's the manual. It's actually pretty good, considering, because most of these places you find, they're not the best condition for second-hand places. That's how they get away with it, you know, because it's all owned. I'm surprised this works as well as it did, because this has got a bit of grime on it, like a little bit of dust and stuff. But it works, so that's why I tested it, and it was fine. So, yeah. So the price for this one was £15. Benefits of not shopping online. So yeah, and I just saw this in another display somewhere, but it wasn't one that a guy had to open. I would have to ask the desk, and then they would walk around. There was like a opening to the back, and they would just take it from there. And so I could see the price for it, and I'm like, that's not bad. £15, thank you very much. Because I remember playing it, and I was just like, yeah, that's Streets of Rage, but in 3D. Why has no one else bought this? It's a great game. Oh, camera's running out. Well, here we go. The next game is Ghost in the Shell, the bonus game that I realized didn't know existed. And am I glad to know that it existed now? I don't know. I'll get Archer on that one. Fucking. This was obviously an Amazon purchase, otherwise I would have seen it sooner. This was very last minute though. I had to compromise in a few areas, because this game on Amazon cost me £50. And as I said, I compromised. There was a one with the case, which was a little bit more, and there was one without the case, which was this one. So I got the one without the case, so I've just used an old music like disc case for like, you know, custom discs or whatever. Back in the day I used to burn music on discs. And then I would listen to them and whatever. So yeah, I just did a nice little coverage. You like my Ghost in the Shell? So yeah, and this is the disc. Da 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 da. And it's actually, the back is in very good condition. So not bad for a £50, but the game, we'll get back to that. But I'm still glad that something exists, and I kind of had a little bit of fun with it. We'll have to see if I can make any progress on it though. So this was the replacement for this is the precious game case, and I need to keep very precious, even though it's a mess. Still keeping it precious. So this was the replacement for Oddworld Abe's Exodus, which I played last year because I wanted to play it so bad, because I wanted it to coincide with the release of Soulstorm, and we know how well that went. So yeah, so this is the case, just to confirm that I do have this game already. For that some of the games on this list I already owned. Yeah, because I absolutely love them. So yeah, so I've got the Oddworld. It's right here, look, in all its glory, and this is what I was using. I was using it in the PlayStation 3 though. See, that's why I wanted a bit of. Speaking of, hang on, there's a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm buzzing through it all. So someone left a comment on this video that I made for Ghost in the Shell, and it was in Polish or something, so I had to translate it through Google, and it pretty much said something about like recording it in a 4:3 window instead of the stretched out because it looks crap, and I'm like, you don't know me, mate. I live on crap graphics. I don't care about them. And I was fine with what it looked like on a wider screen. That's the whole reason I bought the PlayStation for this. I could have just stuck with recording for the PlayStation 3, because this was recorded on the PlayStation 3, so it's got the 4:3 window with these big fucking borders on the side. But I didn't mind for this when I played through the whole thing last year. So, you know, but they were saying to do that with this, and I don't want to, or didn't want to. It was the whole point of me buying everything. What was I going to say? Yeah, so, because otherwise you would have had this not, and I wanted the true authenticity of playing on the PlayStation, because obviously if we were playing it back in the day, in the 90s, it would have been full screen, not this boxed in 4:3 thing crap, whatever, that the PlayStation 3 does, because it's backwards compatible with PlayStation 1 games. So that was that. So yeah, Ghost in the Shell, 50 quid, without the fucking case. Fuck. Next game, Heart of Darkness. Yeah, good stuff. This was got on, did I get this in? Yeah, I got this on Amazon again. Couldn't find it. I think it's still a very popular PlayStation title. Despite the, I love on the box cover it says, included in this box, free 3D glasses for the finale. I'm like, I've never got to the finale, and I open the box, where's my 3D glasses? They don't have 3D glasses. I was building up all that hype for nothing. They don't have 3D glasses. But yeah, here's the manual. Yeah, I did say 2 discs, and it is 2 discs. So, because you did see me change them halfway through. So, yeah. Probably not a big enough game to have 2 discs, but I'm guessing there's a lot of data storage for all the scenarios that you walk through. So that's that one, and that cost me for a 2-disc game. Remember, Command & Conquer cost me 30 and it's 2 discs. This cost me 40, so the same price as Crash Bandicoot 2. So yeah, 40 for 2 discs, and I think they're in very good condition as well, if I remember rightly. So I was very happy with this purchase. Yeah, they're not that bad. That one's disc 2. It doesn't look probably as great as this one. Yeah, that's really good. That's very good. I know I'm giving you just brief glances, but you know, this one's just a little bit. That's this 2. So yeah. So oh sorry, I didn't put the manual back in. Gotta keep the manual with it. It's not good enough. There we go. Perfect. Next game was Little Big Adventure 1. Slightly disappointed at this one again, but it's because I played the second one a lot. If anyone's played the second one, I actually love the second one. It's a big advancement from this one, but I thought surely the first one can't be that bad. But it turned out to be very hard. I did figure out what to do next from where I left it off, and it's actually not in that area at all. So it was trying to tell me, go somewhere else. I don't want you here, because they kept killing me all the time with one-hit wonder, homing bloody testicle balls, or whatever, surrounded by elephants. But yeah, this game cost £30, and that was without a case. So didn't get a case for this one. So again, I've done nice little bland artwork on the beginning to tell me what the fucking game is. Another case one open. Here we go. And then that is the disc though. It's actually got art on it. That's cool. And the disc isn't actually that bad in quality either. So that's all good. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. I can probably play more of it. Question mark. Now the next game, obviously on the list, was a big one for a lot of people on the channel. Yeah. We'll just have some more of that. But it was SmackDown. WWF. SmackDown 2. I gotta have to admit something, guys. I already had this game, just like Oddworld. Already had it, but I've been moving house a lot. Okay, not as of late. I moved into this place in 2009, so it's been good. It's been cool. But before then, I was doing a lot of traveling, and during all of those different travels of moving everything around, things got damaged and broken. And my camera's about to get damaged and broken because it's running out of time again. Excuse me 1 second. Where was I? Yeah, so a lot of things got damaged, including the case for this game. So I don't have the original case, I have another makeshift one. I've just slapped SmackDown 2 on it. And here it is. More nice art on the disc at least, and I've been keeping it in very good condition. So shut up. So yeah, these are the two games that I own. No wonder I played the hell out of them when I did have a PlayStation at my disposal, which, as I said, was at my school. Because again, I have to explain. I lived at my school. I'm one of those fucking idiots. And we had PlayStations to play on after, and we could also bring in our own consoles if we owned them. Did eventually bring the Dreamcast in though. But we had PlayStations, and I was like, I want to get games for the PlayStation so I can play them. And these are the two that I got, and they've been living with me for some time now. For a while. And yeah, lost the case with that one. Luckily this one stayed intact, because I actually prefer this game over that, believe it or not. Even though they're both just as good, but this one's just really good. Love Oddworld. Love Abe's Exodus. Don't like Soulstorm. So yeah, I already owned it. So if it came down to me not getting any games at all, or getting the ones in the second-hand shop, we would have ended up with 4. Which I don't think I can fill a whole month with, even though I did a full playthrough of this. I don't want to say march to the PlayStation. We're just playing Oddworld all day. Don't want to say that. So yeah, that's that one. And now for the main event and a story to tell. I hate everything. I put the disc over there because I hate it so much. Oh yeah. All will be revealed. Okay, here we go. And this isn't even the one I wanted. Yay. Well, it is, but it isn't. Again, I will explain. I have time. So, the main event was supposed to be this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at it. Look. Look. It's a Bomberman game for the PlayStation. There are a few. But I really liked playing this one. But unlike Oddworld and SmackDown, I didn't own it. Because I didn't realize there were any Bomberman games, amazingly enough, for the PlayStation until after I left school. Yay. So, yeah, but I did get a chance to play this one over at a friend's. Now, why are you... You're not saying that. You're probably asking me right now, why didn't you play it? You have it. You have the case. You have the manual. Fucking hell, it's the actual cover of the fucking thing. I'll put you back in. Here, get it. You get it. Okay. You have the disc. Here it is. It's lovely. Why aren't you playing it? The reason I am not playing it, right? I got this from Amazon. Yay. Love that place. Heck, not. But it had to be done for this. Which is, obviously I went to the UK Amazon. Okay? So I'm assuming that everything that I buy there is okay in the UK. I should have read the fucking fine print for this one because there's so many disasters coming up. This game is not compatible with UK consoles because it's not PAL. It's what's that called? ESRB, which is basically regional, because the PlayStation is obviously, and other consoles are region locked. So this is compatible for American PlayStations. So I can't use it. Because I suddenly realized that when I looked at the case, because I've been checking to make sure they all say PAL, when most of them fucking do. Look, this one says PAL. It's PAL up there. See? PAL. PAL. But this one doesn't say PAL. It says the other thing. You see that? It might be a bit blurry. But yeah, you get the idea. It doesn't say it's for this region. And it's not. So, it's not. So I can't actually play it. Now, this came halfway through the month, as I said, because this was a last ditch. It was like, I need 10 games. And a lot of the other ones that I'm about to list, I either couldn't find, they weren't in stock at the time, or were too expensive, like ridiculously expensive. This was the cheapest one out of that list that I could find. And it was, so I had to say, fuck it, I'm getting this one. Just to get 10 games, which we didn't get 10 games in the end. And it did come, as you can see, it's arrived. Where was I going to go? So, yeah, this was still expensive, though. Wasn't cheap. But now I probably know why. Because I probably had to import it from fucking America, even though I'm on the UK Amazon site. And it cost me £226. Fuck. And I can't play it, but at least I own it. I can. So whenever I come to America, someone get me a PlayStation, because I will be playing this. I'll be badly wanting to play this. So, emergency, once I realized that that one isn't going to work, and I still don't have a 10th game. So I went online, on Amazon again, don't know why, because I wasn't going to find anything. If I had not found it in a shop by now, that means that I had to get it on Amazon. So I was looking up other games of the Bomberman variety, because now I needed to end the month off on a game that I knew was going to be good, and I knew that I enjoyed Bomberman games. So I found another Bomberman game. I don't know what, I think it was called Bomberman World. And I have ordered that. And it's definitely cheap. I haven't said how cheap it is, but it's cheap, way cheaper than... It's around about the same price as all the other games that I got for this month. A decent price. It still hasn't shown up yet. It was supposed to show up on the 15th or the 16th. And it hasn't shown up yet. But that one would have worked. Pretty darn sure. So we would have had that instead, and I wouldn't have had to talk about that one at all, although I probably would have here, just to tell you my whole horrific tale of this sad, bizarre story. I will be playing that game when it arrives, because I have looked on Amazon. They said it's delayed, we're sorry, please forgive us, Mr. Spender of money on an American game. But yeah, I will probably play it as a bonus at the end of the year, just to say, look guys, I got it. It finally came after all these years. Because I want to play a Bomberman game on my PlayStation. Thank you very much. So spent all that money just to find out I couldn't play it. I had to fork out more money for another game that hasn't fucking arrived yet. I am recording this on the same day it's going to be uploaded, by the way. So it hasn't shown up yet, and it's the 31st of March. Ah! Anyway, camera's going to run out, and then I will be closing things off very soon. Don't hesitate. We'll be finished any minute now. Right. Anyway, the final thing that we're going to go through here is games that I could have potentially played in the month, but either didn't find, or there was no stock of them, or, as I pointed out, they're fucking expensive. This was the cheapest one, keep in mind. The cheapest one was £226. There was obviously, I was going to get another 5 games to have like 15, and it would still be 2 parts every day to fill out 30 days in total. It would have worked. I would have been fine with it. The first game that I would have, I can't find this one at all, but it's called Kid Clown in Crazy Chase 2, and it's a really actually little fun game. You should check it out on YouTube if you can. Very, very fun little game. I thought, why not? But I can't find it anyway. It's not. I just can't find it. The other game that I was also going to get was Canola. Canola. You know, the character that isn't a Sonic character, looks like a Sonic character, but isn't, and is not in a Sonic game. Although it should be, or at least in a crossover. I want Canola and Sonic in the same game, please. Yeah, this one was way too expensive. Fuck me. So after I was skeptical, just getting, you know, that one doesn't work. Is this another American import price? Because this one is £329, and I put an even exclamation mark on Mr. Knowledge here. So yeah, we could have been playing that if it wasn't for the fucking price, and if I'd found it in a shop, it would have been away. But who knows? May find it sooner or later, or just cheaper, please. But that's a great platform game. See, platform games. Kid Clown in Crazy Chase is also kind of a platform game, but also isometric kind of viewpoint, like Little Big Adventure. The next game that I would have been playing this month was Point Blank. Do you remember me actually? I forget what I was saying it on Bomberman Land Wii. The octopus mini game. It feels like playing Point Blank, and I'm like, huh, Point Blank. I remember that game. It's for the PlayStation. I can get it for the PlayStation. No, the fuck I can't. I can buy it, but there would be absolutely no point because you actually need the gun, the accessory that came with the PlayStation, and you need a compatible television. I don't have a television that's probably compatible anymore with the gun. Because, you know, that's kind of obsolete. So there was no point of me getting Point Blank, but I would have been playing Point Blank if it wasn't, if I didn't need all, because I was like, I could just use the analog stick or the D-pad to move like the target or whatever. I don't care. It would still be kind of fun. But no, after researching it, you actually need the gun with a compatible TV because there's nothing that comes with it. It's just the TV will, like, it has a sensor for it, like on the gun, and it will detect. The game will detect when you're shooting and where you're shooting. But I don't think my TV will be compatible enough, so I'm not going to bother. Not worth the risk. The other game I was going to get was Space Station Silicon Valley. This was another never played and want to. People have been recommending this game to me. There's a chance that I can still get it for, like, I don't know, an N64 emulator, because I think it came out for that as well. But I don't want to I don't want to use kind of emulators for any more recent consoles, because I can actually use them and record straight off of them onto the computer, and it's a lot more easy. So Space Station Silicon Valley would have been another mystery one. Probably would have replaced Ghost in the Shell. It was going to replace Ghost in the Shell. Wish it did now. But again, I couldn't find any stock of it. I could find it, but there was none available to purchase. So I was fucked on that front. So I ended up getting Ghost in the Shell. Well, ended up getting Ghost in the Shell eventually, because obviously I didn't know it was a thing. Because I was just scanning through PlayStation games in libraries and stuff, and it was like, you know, on the internet, and just came across them. Like, Ghost in the Shell? That's an anime, not a game. Oh wait, it's a game as well. So got finding that, luckily I did. And the final game that I would have been playing on the list to make up the full 15 would have been a game called Tank Racer. I like racing. I like tanks. Why don't we make them race? In a racing game. Yes, there was a game called Tank Racer, and I remember playing it fondly. It's almost as good as Beetle Adventure Racing. And I thought, I need more racing games. But I, again, on this situation, couldn't find it at all. It's not even on Amazon. I can't find anything. It's not availability. It just doesn't exist, apparently. So that is another one that we missed out on. But hey, what could have been can still be if I manage to find them at all. Anywhere. I don't care. I'll fucking beg. I'll fucking do anything. Because I would like these ones in my collection as well. So that was Kid Clown in Crazy Chase 2, Canola, Point Blank, Space Station Silicon Valley, and Tank Racer. Ain't got a fucking chance. I may have to. There's a. If I remember rightly, I was gonna say I'm gonna fork out all that money just for Canola, but after the Bomberman incident, I'm not going to. And also, I think if I remember rightly, they're actually making a remake of it. It's gonna come out at some point. I'll play it then. So I'll be fine. So that is about it. That's the whole bizarred tale of every game. I'll just go through a quick run through of favourites and ones that I'm going to potentially play more of. I have been playing SmackDown 2 with friends when they come over. We've had a good bash. Because that's just all fun all around. Little Big Adventure I'm going to continue, because I have found what to do next, and hopefully I want to conquer it, because I love the second game, and I've beaten that many times, and just thoroughly enjoyed it, and at the moment this one's not as good, but it's getting better. Heart of Darkness, I'm still trying to finish off. I want to finish it off, so I will at some point. Ghost in the Shell, I need to just figure out how to fucking do that mission a bit more efficiently that I was stuck on. So one day I will. Fighting Force, I'll probably play through it a few more times, but I'll try and play through it with friends. So who knows how that's going to go, because that's just a bit of fun. Love this game, still playing it, lovely. Or will be still playing it, as I said when on the third recording. I didn't play it because I haven't had time this month, because I've been recording everything else that's going to come out in April and beyond. So I will definitely get stuck into that. Croc, I plan to finish that because I did before, so why not again? Crash Bandicoot, gonna finish that, already have many times, all good fun. Played the remake, all good fun. Completed the remake, all good fun. And Red Alert, I get a bit too skeptical. If I have time off work and I just feel like using my brain a little bit more, I'll chip into that. There you go, that's it. Camera's going to run out again. So, but before it does, because I've got about 30 seconds, so we're okay. So I'm going to thank everyone for watching. Let me know what your favourite bit is from March to the PlayStation, and if you have any fond memories of games that I haven't included in the month that I may consider in the future. As for the next March of next year, I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I know it's going to be something good. It may be a whole console based, or it may be specific game based, but obviously I need to prepare for what that's going to be. Because otherwise I'm not going to be ready for next year, and I want to be ready for next year because it sucked. Thank you, pandemic, for ruining everything. I'm going to reset the camera because it's going to cut out, and I want to talk a little bit more about stuff. So yeah, I want to make next year's again another themed month. I love doing it. I did love doing it for March of the Retros with all the Mega Drive games and everything. And I've been thoroughly enjoyed doing this month. Like, honestly, I truly have. Regardless of what I think of each game, they've been really fun to play. I'm glad I have. I mean, at least I've got the lid on Ghost in the Shell to say, now I've played the video game, I'm a true fan of Ghost in the Shell stuff. I should go and get all my Ghost in the Shell things, just to show you, but maybe on another time. If you want me to see my Ghost in the Shell collection, I will most happily show it off. Whatever, because I got that fucking everything. And now I have the game as well, so I'm satisfied enough with that. Even though it's hard, it's a decent enough challenge. I just lost my nut because for the recording, I want progress to be made and for me to be having fun, because I was just like, we're just going to be doing the same thing for the next half an hour, and yeah. So yeah, but still, I have it. So maybe give me some ideas on what you'd like the next month to be. It can be a whole console based, and I have to like the console, but you know, I can consider everything. We can go N64, we can go PlayStation 2, we can go, I'm trying to still think, like, I'm still trying to figure out how to get a Dreamcast recording, because I would very happily do months of the Dreamcast. Very, very happily do months of the Dreamcast. What other consoles are there around here that I would actually be willing to do? Obviously, we're getting a bit too modern. I want to try and keep this month strictly retro, so try and think 90s, but not too old now. We're getting into the mid 90s and late 90s, so somewhere around there. But like I said, I've probably mentioned all the consoles I will do if there was a console idea. But also, we could make this another themed month, like around a specific game series, and I can just play all the games in that series, you know, like a Zelda month, or I don't know, what else do I like? Nintendo, the Animal Crossing month, maybe. No. We could do, I'm not doing a Mario month, we could do a Sonic month. Just any franchise you can think of that has at least a decent amount of games. A Bomberman month, but I would have to acquire more Bomberman games on fucking this. So I don't know, get your thinking cap on, because I've got it on as you probably watch this video, and I'm coming up with ideas. I already got a few, as you can tell, so that I can prep all it for next year, for 2023. But no, it's been an interesting month and an interesting year to get to this month, and then it all climaxed and got even more hectic near the end in February before the month hit, and I was like, and all the drama unfolded. It decided to unfold then because it's been very easy to acquire all these games otherwise. Just that one, just pain in the fucking arse. So yeah. Anyway, I've got to put this video together, and time is getting on. I probably won't do much editing, apart from what I've said about the face cams earlier. And I might do an intro for this. I don't know, you've probably seen it already. So we will not discuss that any further if I have or if I haven't. So yeah, officially this is the end of March of the PlayStation. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's brought you back some good memories, and brought you some nostalgia. I think it has. It certainly has for me. Good times, good times, good times. And I'll be streaming on Friday, tomorrow. Everything's back regular as clockwork. So I hope you join me then, and we can do some more reminiscing. Chat to me in the live chat if you can make it. 7:30 UK time. Here we go. Time to time to get the time to sell it. What's that term called? Fucking. Anyway, yeah. I've forgotten every fucking term in the English language. But I'll be live tomorrow at 7:30 UK time, 8:30 in Germany, and 2:30 US Eastern time for live streaming. I actually plan to go for a full 4 hours instead of 3.5. So you might catch me and you might not, because we're gonna have some fun tomorrow. I'm gonna play Super Monkey Ball, Banana Mania for the last time. We're gonna do some fun and games there, and because we're playing all the party games. And also I'll be playing more of the Colonists, because I need to get back into that again, because we're at a difficult point in the game, but I'm at a difficult point that I'm enjoying, so that's good. So hopefully you'll join me for tomorrow, and that's all I've got to say about that. I think we're all done here. I've said my piece on everything, and it's all been very good fun. You may see me play more PlayStation games in the future as little bonuses. Definitely when the Bomberman game comes through in December, you'll see me play that for like little bonuses and whatever else I managed to get my hands on or find that I won. Gonna shut up now. Stop smiling at you. I hope you've enjoyed the stories and the agony that I've had to go through with my wallet. The PlayStation itself, actually, if I remember rightly, cost around about £60, £50, and that was in a second-hand shop. Because I knew, like over the pandemic, that the second-hand stores weren't open, obviously. So I knew that the minute they were available, I would get it, because it was there, and I got it. Yay, and it worked. That was a benefit too. Hey, Bomberman. So, yeah. So, there's nothing more to say. I am all done. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. But in any case, I'll see you however and whenever. Good day and goodbye. Or just catch me tomorrow on live chat. Blah blah blah. I'll be playing on my PlayStation 4. Not my PlayStation 1, and certainly not my PlayStation 5, because I don't have that one yet. More news on that at a later date, when there is news of it. I am going. Goodbye. Voila. Enjoy. Go and watch the games that you missed. They're well worth it. Or go and play the games that I've been playing, because they're worth it too. If you can find them. But well worth it. And I'm not disappointed with any of the purchases. They have more or less a good, they were a good price, or just have good meaning to add to my library that I have. So, yeah. Alright, shut up me, fuck's sake. I can never shut up. Just keep going and going and going. I can say so much, but say so little. Goodbye.